What's up, good folks? Welcome back to my channel. Most definitely, welcome to my newbies. I see there's a few of you new people here. Welcome. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for being here today. So without further ado, let's get into Joseline's Caberet. All right, so this episode wasn't really given. Not as much as the previous episode. But there's most definitely something to talk about, okay? So, with that being said, last episode, Joseline lost her shit. We basically saw the fallout via Zeus cameras, what happened backstage after the Floyd Mayweather Gotti fight. Okay, so we all know that shit went to shit. Joseline got into it real big with Big Legs. They wasn't the only people fighting that night. Unfortunately, it was a lot of bullshit, but Joseline and Big Legs fight is what took the cake. Okay, so what we took off from last episode, Joseline was being hauled off into the room, back into the dressing room by Ballistic. Okay, homegirl really just like, she's one of those people that once you start it, you can't shut it off, because homegirl was fighting everybody. Okay, everybody, that is including Ballistic. Like, she was tagging his ass too. It took a couple of Zeus big ass security guards to try to remove Joseline, because Joseline was busy whooping Ballistic's ass. Just when I thought that, maybe Ballistic had control in this relationship, obviously he couldn't control that bitch either. With that being said, we also saw that she was attacking Zeus security. Oh my God, I feel bad for them. If 4 police officers couldn't do shit with her, the Zeus security couldn't do shit with her. I don't know. Like, they just need to make sure that girl stay off that shit, because she turned into the Incredible Hulk. But meanwhile, back at the house, this is all being filmed the same night, mind you guys. So back at the house, the girls who were left behind, they having this little slumber party issue. As y'all know, Daisy came back to the house. So Daisy's chilling, everybody's chilling in the vibe or whatever. And I guess Egypt felt like, you know how girls get. They get drunk, they go to feeling sexual and shit like that. So Egypt, low-key, I feel like this girl, I really feel like this girl got a thing for Daisy and just can't handle rejection or something, because she tried to get friendly with Daisy, but Daisy was like, no. She was like, I feel like she owes me an apology or whatever. And Egypt, one thing I noticed is that Egypt seems to have a real short temper, okay? Because in the midst of her trying to offering up compliments off of compliments, trying to talk to Daisy was basically just like, no, keep that over there. I don't, we not friendly like that or whatever. Because basically she feels that Egypt had no reason to hit her. Now, while I do admit that Daisy was being messy and eventually somebody was going to end up popping her ass anyway, I feel like Egypt was kind of unnecessarily aggressive, because when she hit her, she didn't have a reason to. It wasn't like the girl was threatening her. It wasn't like the girl was trying to fight her. You know what I'm saying? They was arguing. So with that being said, yeah, Egypt was in the wrong for hitting her. And I feel like if you're gonna try to be friendly with somebody after putting them in the hospital, then you should at the very least offer apology. Fuck your compliments, offer a damn apology, right? But Egypt wasn't woman enough to do that. Instead, she tried to play off with this friendly shit. No, that wouldn't cut it for me, and I'm glad that Daisy stood in her shit. Like, no, I'm not going to be friendly with you because you in the mood to be friendly. No, bitch, no, that's not how this works. Anywho, Egypt gets offended, basically that, Daisy's rejecting her friendliness. So then she pops off on Wet Wet, who, by the way, was all over Egypt trying to calm Egypt down. So she ends up popping off on Wet Wet. I could swear that Wet Wet almost was finna get her ass whooped. But with that being said, that just to show you, Egypt has some type of anger issue. We'll get into her a little bit later, but that bitch fighting with some demons. Anywho, she decided to remove herself from the situation. I'm glad she did, ultimately, because she had no reason, to be upset with Daisy for not wanting to be her friend or be cool with her after all of this. And besides, she did say several times throughout the show, several times before, that she's not going to be on no friendly shit. You know what I'm saying? She said it herself that she wasn't going to try to be friendly. So it's kind of funny that she's trying to be with the fake shit now. Okay? But with that being said, moving on. Now, this part is interesting to me because I've been telling y'all that it was going to be some messy shit when it came to Precious and Holiday. So, Precious and Holiday. Okay, so basically these two had a relationship. Let them tell it was a decade ago. Okay, so I guess now that both of them are around each other now, Holiday feels like it's supposed to be some type of rekindling or what have you. Mind you, Holiday has a man at home and Precious has a girlfriend. So, these two get into it. So obviously Holiday is in the mood. She wants to have sex and she wants to be all up on Precious. Precious says no. Now Precious says the reason why she was putting Holiday on so-called punishment, right, is because Holiday is a promoter and she asked Holiday to promote something for her. Holiday told her no. I mean, that was kind of questionable to me too. But let me continue. So anyway, based off what the other girls were saying, basically Precious Holiday is a lot more into Precious than Precious is into Holiday. And it seems that Precious was giving off the, I'm annoyed, I don't really fuck with you like that vibes in front of people. But apparently when them two, mind you, these girls been rooming since they made it to the house. But anyway, when them two are in the room, it's seemingly a whole nother story. So Holiday just at the point now where she feels like Precious is playing with her. First of all, this is why I said lesbian relationships is way more messier. Because first of all, Holiday seems way more pressed about Precious, of course, than Precious is about her. Mind you, Holiday has a whole nigga at the house. And I didn't miss it when Precious said that Holiday asked her to be with her man. So Holiday feels like she's supposed to, let her man fuck Precious? I don't know what the deal is, but that's why I say it's messy, especially when you have one or both of the females in this lesbian relationship that likes dick. I mean, Holiday, you got a whole nigga at the house. Why is you chasing behind Precious? And I don't care what Holiday says. She is clearly pining after Precious, because why you ended up somewhere crying in Egypt room? But whatever. I feel like Precious, at the end of the day, she know that she didn't want to go down that road with Holiday again. She should have made things plain and clear. Like, no, we ain't finna be no fucking when we fucking. No, cut it off completely, because clearly she's not into Holiday like that. She seemed like she's trying to fuck something else in the house. So, with that being said, and another thing, Precious give off masculine energy. She give off a lot of low-key masculine energy. The way that she handles Holiday, that's the same way a nigga would handle a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only fucking you. I don't want you to be around here, like, all over me like that when we only just fucking it. We fucking, we cooling it. We ain't going steady. You know what I'm saying? She gives off that masculine energy. Meanwhile, Holiday is, like, busy trying to fuck on something else to get over Precious. Like I said, this whole lesbian shit, it's very messy. And I knew that eventually things is going to start coming out between Precious and Holiday. And I believe there's yet more to come, because like I said, Holiday didn't waste any time, with her hoe ass. She ain't waste no time trying to jump into the bed with Egypt. Like, she was trying to make moves on Egypt and shit. She wasted no time. So with that being said, I don't think that this is the end of their love triangle saga. And back to Egypt. I noticed that she gets real feisty in her confessionals, but in person she ain't giving all that same energy. Like, it seemed like before, prime example, it seemed like before she was taking pride in the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she sent Daisy to the hospital. She was saying like, oh, she would never, once she fights somebody, it's up or whatever. But then she turns around and try to be friendly with Egypt. And then same thing with Wet Wet. So she's like, acting like she's comforting Wet Wet's crying, trying to, form some type of camaraderie with Egypt, saying, just drunk and in her feelings and all over Egypt or whatever. So she was revealing some things to Egypt or whatever. Meanwhile, Egypt's in her confessional talking about the girl breath stinking, she's musky. I feel like if you was really a friend and you really real, like you claim you real, then you would have told her to her face, like, hey, homegirl, your breath be, you know what I'm saying? You're a little musky, you know what I'm saying? But then again, maybe perhaps she feels like, saying that to Wet Wet would be bullying her. No, that wouldn't be bullying her, because that's something that she needs to know. If she doesn't, sometimes people get so used to their hygiene, they own odor to where they don't realize that they odoring. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that they stink. So sometimes you got to tell a person, they can't smell, they can't, they don't got immune to their own smell. So you got to let them know, like, hey, you smelling a little funny. You know what I'm saying? I feel like before I would have got on confessionals talking shit, if I was a real one, I would have just told her, plain out and simple. But no, she got a lot of little slick shit to say in the confessionals. Meanwhile, she revealed something to Holiday. She revealed that she had did some prison time. She spent about 5 years in prison because she was in a domestic violence relationship with her ex, who's now deceased. And she said that this particular instance, he attacked her, and she had a knife, and she ended up, he ended up deceased because she stabbed him in his neck. Well, she said carotid artery. For those of you who don't know where that's located, that's your neck area. Okay, so he was stabbed in the neck, and he passed away. Okay, so maybe perhaps, and I've said it before, mentioned this earlier, the fact that I've noticed Egypt seems to have some type of anger issues, because look how fast she snapped. Like her in Egypt, Egypt was only saying to her, like, why did you hit me though? You know what I'm saying? Why did you hit me? Lord knows, Daisy was saying, why did you hit me? Why did you hit me? Lord knows Daisy was being messy as fuck, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like that was cause to hit her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she wasn't putting hands on you or threatening to hit you, then, you know what I'm saying? You can argue with somebody 24/7, but long as they don't put their motherfucking hands on me, we Gucci. And Daisy didn't give me the impression that she was gonna, or even attempted to hit Egypt. So I don't know if it was the fact that, Egypt has a history with being, abused by men, that she, because she likes girls now apparently, but I don't know if it's her traumatic history with her past relationship, or, it's just something that she got in her. But homegirl she do have a temper problem, okay? And Joseline made it clear that if she fight again, that she was to leave the house, all right? Maybe Joseline sensed that demon in her too. Like minds feel like minds, okay? But yeah, y'all, child, this whole episode really is based off Holiday and Precious fucked up relationship, okay? Relationship that neither one of them need to have. If you ask me, Precious is overrated. She feeling herself a little bit too much, okay? She's walking around saying, I'm pressure. Listen, homegirl is a butterhead, okay? She's not cute in the face to me. Maybe she's appealing to some people, but me personally, she's not cute in the face. And as far as her body, she has a nice physique. Her ass is just too big for her body. But other than that, she do have a nice little slim thick thing going on. She just need to get that ass, like some of that BBL taken out or something, because her ass is just too big, okay? And the fact that she likes to walk around naked all the time, listen, me personally, I don't know what Holiday sees the appeal, because first of all, like I said, she has a man. So if you're going to risk your relationship for a bitch, let it be somebody of a better caliber, okay? Because the Precious leaves nothing to the mystery. I can't stand bitches that walk around butt ass naked. Like, we get it. You got surgery, okay? If it wasn't for that BBL, she probably wouldn't be walking around butt ass naked like that. Ain't nobody want to see your ass and pussy 24/7, okay? And not to mention the fact that her ass had a lot of fucking smudge marks on it. Me personally, it didn't look appealing. I don't like it. Whatever, okay? So then there was this instance as well where it was Lucky, Spin, fucking Precious, and somebody else was in the pool. I forget. So it was 4 of them in the pool or whatever. And I noticed that, Lucky kept grilling Spin on, whether or not she liked girls. And she low-key believed that Spin is a lesbian. Spin may quite possibly be a lesbian, because she's another one that gives me a bit of masculine energy. If I'm not mistaken, Spin just recently had a baby, and low-key, Spin is very fucking talented, okay? That's somebody that Joseline needs to, keep on the team. I don't know how good she is doing the choreography, but as far as like working a pole, homegirl can work a pole. I've watched her Instagram and I've seen her moves. She's very fucking talented. Matter of fact, she was on roller skates while pregnant, doing a lot of her little dance moves. So yeah, I like Spin so far. I just think that she needs to stop being, Mother Teresa here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a lot more to Spin, and I can't wait till she brings out more of her personality. Because right now she's being like uber fucking neutral. Well, child, yep, that was it. Pretty much. This episode was like kind of lackluster. It wasn't really much going on. You know how Zeus is, they're gonna wait to save the good shit until afterwards, okay? So it looks like next episode things are gonna, spark back up a little bit. So Joseline, she gets released from jail. Then you have Lucky, and I find this kind of interesting too. So I guess this episode is the same night of the incident with Joseline and all of them. So I take it the next episode is going to take off from the next morning, because Lucky ends up finding out about the whole Joseline Big Lex situation, and so she wants to go home because she feels some type of way. I guess Lucky and Big Lex is some type of friends or whatever. I never known for them to have that much of a relationship. If I'm not mistaken, Big Lex got her popularity, got known for being Miss Double Homicide because she talked about Lucky having her abortion with the twins or whatever. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the same. I think Lucky is the person that Big Lex was talking about when she made that comment. So if that's the case, then it's kind of weird that they friends. Also, part of me understands now more about why Joseline wasn't feeling Lucky, because perhaps Joseline knew about this so-called friendship between Lucky and Big Lex. Okay, so we all know Big Lex had so much shit to say. So perhaps Joseline knew about this friendship. I don't know, but either way, if Lucky's leaving because of the incident that went down with Big Lex, she fucking stupid. Because girl, why you sat there and took all this berating and all of this bullshit just to fucking leave because she fought a girl that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, Lucky's whole presence on the show seems pointless, okay? But I'm not gonna keep digging into that because we're gonna see what really kind of happened with that on the next episode. Also, Natural is going to end up getting into it with the girl Danny. I almost didn't recognize her because for the most part she's had those braids and the ponytails, and I keep forgetting the girl's fucking name. But so she ends up getting into it with one of the girls, Danny. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't talked much about Miss Natural, but I have not missed that she's turning back into that same bitch that she was on the prior season. The reason why I didn't like her is because she had a loud ass mouth and thought that she was a big boosie badass, okay? And she has started, the last 2 episodes, she has started to become that same bitch that I didn't like before. At first I thought, hey, Miss Natural changed. She's grown up a bit. She's not, ignorant and belligerent. But no, Miss Natural is starting to reveal her true colors. She's starting to be that same, like a fucking chihuahua. Always making noise for no reason. Nobody gives a fuck but her. Last episode, she spent a lot of time digging into the other 3 girls that was on the dance thing with her and Joseline. She dug all up into all that shit. She stayed on top of Yummy ass, only for Joseline to make Yummy the Caberet captain. At the end of the day, but let me hold that, okay? Because next episode, we will be able to see more about what took place in that conversation. But it looks like Miss Natural is back on her bullshit. With that being said, I'm out, folks. Sorry that it wasn't much for this episode. Deuces. All right, folks, that was fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you made it to this part, you have watched the whole entire video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. If you don't, dislike this video. Hell, comment, talk your shit. Let's start a conversation, people. With that being said, I love you guys. Once again, thank you. I'm out. Bye.